Despite the difficulty of our recent run of fixtures, we've pulled off quite a few good results, and our last game was one of the best wins we've had all season. A 1-0 victory at home to Manchester City, a massive result for us, a bit of a surprise. But of course, coming into this game against Southampton on the back of that win, we knew we had to get another win, follow up that win against City with another victory here. With us sitting in 8th place and Southampton in 9th place, there's still mathematically a chance for us to qualify for the Europa League next season, but with Southampton right next to us and only 9 games to go, we've got to start picking up the wins in quick succession. If we do want to qualify for the Europa League next season, we have to pick up the wins in quick succession. So following on a win against City, this needed to be another 3 points for us. And of course, coming to take on Southampton away at St Mary's Stadium, it was going to be a very difficult game, and the first chance, as you'd expect, did fall to Southampton, with Robbie Keane's header going just wide of the post. And for the first half of the first half, not much really happened, but Southampton were dominating possession, as you'd expect, and because of that, carving out 1 or 2 chances. They had another good one here as Robbie Keane finds Tadic, and his strike is well saved by Heaton, and eventually it's not really dealt with. Jurisic flicks it backwards towards Tadic. They keep hold of the ball. Southampton so hard to get the ball off on this game. Davies plays it inside and the shot is taken, and again Heaton has to make another good save. So still 0-0 in this game, but most of the chances falling to Southampton early on, as you'd expect. From the corner it's crossed into the box. Again, we failed to deal with it really. Font plays it inside, and again Robbie Keane, the danger man for Southampton, is denied by Heaton. So Heaton having a very good first half, and after that, to be honest, nothing really happened. The game sort of got lost in the middle of the park. It wasn't just till just past the hour mark here where we had our first real chance of the game, Sam Vokes' strike being well saved by Davies and turned away. But it was still 0-0, it was still goalless, and it was one of those games where it seemed destined to finish goalless, to be honest, because other than the few chances Southampton had in the first half, nothing really happened in the second half. But Heaton did have to make another good save there and keep it at 0-0 as the game began to come into life a little bit more. But to be completely honest, I was pretty sure the game was going to finish as a 0-0 draw because we weren't attacking very often. As for Southampton, well, Tom Heaton was in the form of his life in this game, which is a real surprise because during the season he's been such an inconsistent goalkeeper whenever he's played. Sometimes Gilks has played for us, but in this game he came to life completely and was making save after save after save. So Southampton were frustrated by our goalkeeper in this game as it was still goalless, and with 10 minutes to go it was still 0-0. It looked destined that the game would finish that way, but as Boyd gives me the ball down his left hand side, I take on Morgan Schneiderlin, beat him with the fake shot, cross the ball in, and finally, for the first time in quite a long time, I've got myself a direct assist or a goal, and it is an assist because after I crossed the ball in, I picked out Sam Vokes in the area, and I was so happy with it. I may have not scored the goal, but I was the one that was celebrating. Vokes got the goal, and I was just so relieved because it's been a long time coming since I've got a direct assist or a goal, and finally as I crossed the ball in, I just knew as soon as it left my foot, the accuracy of the cross was perfect. I knew I was going to pick out Sam Vokes, and I knew he would not miss. So Vokes makes it 1-0 to Burnley. I was the one that was celebrating, taking the moment away from him, and we do hang on for the 1-0 victory, so absolutely delighted with that. And of course, because of that win, it does keep us in the race for the Europa League places. It's going to be very, very difficult for us to claim a place in the Europa League next season. We may of course need 5th or 6th depending on cup competitions, but to be honest, it was just a massive result for us. We didn't deserve it at all. We were barely in the game. It was all Southampton. Man of the match, deservedly so, should have gone to Tom Heaton. And yeah, it was a frustrating game, but we came through with a big win, and that was the most important thing. So delighted with that. You know, can we qualify for the Europa League and finish there next season? Play in Europa League football next season? Mathematically, yes, but it's going to take a monumental effort from us in the last 8 games. But 2 wins out of 2, 2 massive wins out of 2, that's the motivation we need going into the final few fixtures. But for the second game and a live game of today's episode, we do take on Sweden here as I make my second international appearance for England. So looking forward to this, of course, on the back of that win against Southampton, with myself getting my first assist for a long time too. Good confidence coming into this game as we do take on Sweden in the European Championship qualifiers. As I make my second appearance, in the first appearance I got myself an assist, but as per usual, the most important thing when playing for club or country is to make sure I can help my team pick up the win. So in my first England game, I got an assist as we won against Bulgaria. So hopefully in this game, I could get an assist and a goal. Maybe a bit too ambitious. We'll have to wait and see. In comes the cross towards Ibra, and the first attempt comes from Zlatan Ibrahimovic with that header, which is pretty routine for Joe Hart. That is one of the first time the ball has even been into, either team's box, and Ibra's header is pretty comfortable for the goalkeeper. Terrible, terrible first half, and the fact that is pretty much the only attempt so far says it all. Right, can we get a chance before the end of the first half? No, we can't, because there is the half-time whistle. I don't really know what to say, to be honest. That was really, really tedious and really, really poor. And, when you're playing for England, when you're playing for your country, you want to impress, you want to do stuff. There's nothing we can do right now. This is just terrible. Roy Hodgson's already gone defensive for some reason. This has been a shocking first half. We need something to change. I really wish there was a way in Player Carimo to make your teammates understand that you can't just sit back and do nothing all game. This is just diabolical. This is terrible. This is Player Carimo. This is why I get so frustrated. I gotta hope that we can change something in the second half, because as things stand, this could be one of the worst, if not the worst, Player Carimo game of all time. Not just in this series, not just on my channel, not just on YouTube, but of all time. This is just terrible. Did I win it? Yes, I did. I did sort of win it. I deflected it. Let's keep holding that ball. Lallana, I'm here if you need. Okay, don't pass it to me. Right hand side, Walker, to me. No, I wanted the ball down the right hand side to cross it. We need something in this game. Barry, Wilshere, you got a man out wide. That's a great ball. Lallana puts it over. Well, it's our first attempt of the game, and Lallana's header goes over. But at least it was something. At least we actually got into the area. And, just a bit more urgency. Wow, what is that? A bit more urgency, and we might get something from this game. We got to start, we got to start going for it. Yeah, Jack, play me through. It's a good ball, son. Good soul. What? Good ball. I think I would say good ball when I said good son. Go on, great chance here. Drill that in. Oh, penalty, ref! 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 Is that not a penalty? Is that not a penalty? What? That was never a dive, surely. I want to watch that back on the replay. I'm pretty sure it wasn't a dive. There must have been contact. He never won the ball. Is that not a penalty? Come on now. Oh dear. It's that ball, Walker. Well done, son. That's a lovely little turn. Rooney, Sterling ahead of you. And Sterling, is he giving it away? No, it's not. Oh, it's a great ball out wide. Great chance here for Lallana. Come on, Adam. We're both in there. Myself and Rooney. Or go yourself, or play it backwards. Shot comes in. Olsen saves it. And it's turned behind for a corner. So, a couple of good chances in this second half, but it is still goalless. And I think it's going to finish that way. In comes the corner towards me. And my header loops up in the air. And it's tipped over the bar for another corner. So, chances, if we would have started the game, actually wanting to get something, we could have got something. But in the bottom left, I noticed that Roy Hodgson's gone defensive, despite us having our best spell of the game. And that's why it's probably going to finish 0-0. But even so, at least we've had a couple of chances. At least this game's not going to have nothing in it, as I'll play it through towards Sterling and it's cleared away. But yeah, at least we've had a couple of chances to report, and it hasn't been a complete dud this game. Here's a good chance here. I'm going to try and cross this little ball in, and Olsen makes a challenge. And it's cleared away. I think it is going to finish 0-0, but we've had a couple of chances, and I guess that's better than nothing. As I give it to Walker, now Lallana. That's a great ball towards Rooney. I was going to signal for it myself. Rooney crosses the ball in. Sterling, 1-0 England. Get in. Finally we have the breakthrough. Raheem Sterling gets the goal. And it is Sweden 0, England 1, and thank goodness for that. What a terrible, terrible, terrible game this had been for a very long time. But finally we had the goal. Sterling's header, he came on for Danny Welbeck, and he makes it Sweden 0, England 1. So disappointed I didn't get involved in the goal directly, but at least we got somewhere. At least we got something, and hopefully now we should go on to win the game, because Sweden have done nothing in the second half at all. So, yeah, Sweden 0, England 1, we get ourselves the goal, and that could be the win for us. And is that full time? Yes, it is. So, final score, Sweden 0, England 1, we pick up the win, and it was a hell of a frustrating game. It took until midway through the second half before we actually started to play football. But, we got the win in the end. That's the most important thing. And I was disappointed not to really get in the game, really. I think I had one really, I think I actually had only one attempt in the entire game. But, yeah, we did. But even so, my pass accuracy wasn't too bad for a team that actually underperformed in terms of passing. And I think, I'm not going to say we deserved the win or anything because it was such a poor game. But, you know, it was one of those scrappy games where we just had to dig deep to get the win, and we did. So disappointing game for me individually, disappointing game as a whole, to be honest, but we got the 3 points, and that's the most important thing. So that's going to end the episode, guys. So as always, a big thank you for watching the video. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed today's episode of My Player, then please do leave a like. It is much appreciated, and of course, it really does help my channel out. And I'll see you for the next episode of My Player, where we'll have games against Spurs and Arsenal as well.